Only when the last tree is cut down, the last fish eaten, and the last stream poisoned, you will realize that you cannot eat money. Once you heard this statement, you can remember a person who had dedicated his life to protect environment on behalf of future generation. He is not any other. He is Seattle. Nowadays, sustainable development is a topic that has constantly been discussed. According to the United Nations, sustainable development means development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. There are three major dimensions related to sustainability. The first one is environment, the second one is social, and the last one is economy. Let's see what are the Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), also known as the Global Goals, were adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. The 17 SDGs are integrated. They recognize that action in one area will affect outcomes in others, and that development must balance social, economic, and environmental sustainability. SDGs embedded progress on the environment and climate changes, as well as equity across all issues. When it comes to see the progress on achieving these SDGs by Sri Lanka, it has been contributing to achieving those goals to an appreciable level. When it comes to the sustainable reporting, Sri Lanka has set a great example for the whole world. The UN Conference on Trade and Development has awarded the Colombo Stock Exchange the International Standards of Accounting and Reporting Award in recognition of its engagement with GRI to improve sustainability reporting capacity in the region. Now, let's focus on major two banks in Sri Lanka and their contribution towards sustainability reporting. They are National Development Bank and Nations Trust Bank. The National Development Bank is a Sri Lankan banking and financial services institution with 114 branches founded in 1979. Nations Trust Bank plc is one of the listed banks in Sri Lanka with 96 branches founded in 1999, and they offer world-class financial products and services for individuals, corporate and institutional clients.
Sustainability philosophy. Sustainability philosophy guides to take leadership on control climate change and enhance the environmental sustainability. The current scientific consensus that climate change is real, caused largely by human activity. Everyone has a role to play in combating climate change and ensuring a sustainable future. Accounting-related professions are attempting to integrate environmental issues into their work. As a leading bank in Sri Lanka, NDB has taken initiatives to apply sustainability to their organization as early adopters. The bank adopts a holistic approach towards sustainability and strives to proactively embed sustainability thinking and practices at every level of its business. The sustainability philosophy, strategy, and objectives are clearly articulated in sustainability policy. The policy centers on the three pillars of economic, social, and environmental responsibility, reflecting the bank's triple bottom line approach to value creation. The bank's sustainability vision is to create sustainable shared value by delivering economic, environmental, and social benefits, while the policy sets out clear objectives on integrating sustainability into every business decision, reducing the carbon footprint, implementing strategic CSR activities, and nurturing a culture of sustainability through training and development. Now let's move on to the Nations Trust Bank. They also adopted the sustainability to their organization as an early adopter like NDB Bank. They have long-term oriented view of sustainability and they committed to embedding the principles of sustainability. The sustainability philosophy and their policies about the sustainability clearly recognize and they operate their business towards their philosophy and the policies of sustainability. The sustainable goals and they plan to achieve these goals through the empowering next generation and the managing environment impacts. They contribute sustainable development goals and follow the sustainable banking principles of SLBA, SBI. Governance structure. In NDB Bank, board is collectively responsible for creating and delivering sustainable shareholder value. There is no specific committee for sustainability reporting and sustainability manager is responsible for ensuring that the policy is implemented across the organization. When we considering the governance structure of Nations Trust Bank, they have the specific committee to sustainability reporting named CSR Committee. The leader of committee is head of CSR and this committee contributes to the national level sustainable activities. Vice presidents of branches contribute to the regional sustainable activities. The sustainability functions and CSR functions divided major into three categories such as external partners, green champs, and branch and departments. Vice presidents only contribute to branches and departments' sustainable functions, but CSR committee contributes to all three functions. The board of directors allocate funds to sustainable functions based on 1% of profit after tax of previous year and 75% of that allocated to the national level activities. Management approach towards these goals. NDB Bank. The bank has in place a comprehensive environmental management framework which clearly defines the objectives, methods, and monitoring mechanisms in managing its impact to the environment. The framework is an effective tool in minimizing the bank's environmental impacts and contributing to the long-term sustainability of natural resources. The bank directly and indirectly contributes towards Sri Lanka's progress of 12 of the 17 SDGs. In 2019, they have sought to improve SDG reporting by demonstrating relevance in both business line reviews and capital reports, disclosure of both positive and negative impacts on the SDGs, classification of SDGs into three categories based on relevance and application to the group. Management approach towards these goals. NTB Bank. Nations Trust Bank is exploring ways in which we can contribute towards achievement of the goals. In 2017 to 2019, Nations Trust Bank directly contributes towards Sri Lanka's progress of 9 of the 17 SDGs. The Board of Directors of the Nations Trust Bank established the policy framework to achieving their sustainability goals.
Information about environmental, social, and governance has become important to users for judging the sustainability in every sector. In banking sector recently, not excessively inclined to sustainability reporting. But nowadays, CSR reporting has become one of their main tools for rebuilding the lost trust. Sri Lankan sustainable banking principles have been developed under the leadership of the Sri Lankan Bankers Association in 2015 and were signed by 18 Sri Lankan banks on November 5, 2015. Banking sector have responded to the need for providing accountability for sustainability performance in diverse ways. Assurance report is a report issued by an independent third party on reported sustainability information after an assessment. There are two main sustainability assurance processing standards. The independent third party can follow either from them. First one, International Standard on Assurance Engagement ISAE 3000. ISAE 3000 developed by International Auditing and Assurance Standards Board of IFAC in 2013. According to the Independent Assurance Report of NTB Bank, it provides limited assurance in accordance with Sri Lanka's Standard on Assurance Engagement. The evaluation criteria used for this limited assurance engagement are based on the sustainable reporting guidelines and related information, in particular the requirements to achieve GRI standards. In NDB Bank, Assurance Report is a report issued by an independent third party on reported sustainability information after an assessment. This bank performed their procedures to provide limited assurance in accordance with Sri Lankan standards on assurance engagements. Assurance engagements other than audits or reviews of historical financial information issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. The evaluation criteria used for this limited assurance engagement are based on the Sustainable Reporting Guidelines. The second Sustainability Assurance Processing Standard is Sustainability Assurance Standards Accountability AA1000 Standards. Other than CA accountants follow this standard AA1000 since they can't follow IFRS. In both banks, they are not follow this standard on their assurance report. GRI Standards. The bank's annual report conforms the GRI guidelines on sustainable reporting prescribed by the Global Reporting Initiative and the Integrated Reporting Framework published by the International Integrated Reporting Council. The board consistently reviews the group's performance against strategic objectives, ensuring long-term success and sustainability. Both banks' GRI Context Index shows what are the GRI standards that they follow. The NTB Bank's annual report conforms to the GRI guidelines on sustainable reporting prescribed by the Global Reporting Initiative and the Integrated Reporting Framework published by the International Integrated Reporting Council. The board consistently reviews the group's performance against strategic objectives, ensuring long-term success and sustainability. Key performance indicators. A key performance indicator is a measurable value that demonstrates how effectively a company is achieving key business objectives. Managing with the use of KPIs includes setting targets and tracking progress against that target. Nation Trust maintain focus on its strategic priorities as set out in strategic plan for 2017 and 2019. Performance is measured against the strategic pillars by continuously monitoring performance against defined key performance indicators to maintain economic sustainability. NDB Bank's sustainability agenda continues to be guided by the bank's sustainability policy, which provides clear guidance on the bank's sustainability philosophy, strategy, and objectives. The policy centers on the three pillars of economic, social, and environmental responsibility, reflecting the bank's triple bottom line approach to value creation. A dedicated sustainability manager is responsible for ensuring that the policy is implemented across the organization. UN SDG goals. The Nation Trust Bank's sustainability policy is aligned to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals comprise a global agenda to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure all people enjoy peace and prosperity. In 2019, they mainly focus for sustainable development goals. The bank's CSR initiatives are undertaken within the broader theme of empowering the next generation with a particular focus of enabling quality education and in contributing towards environmental stewardship. UNSDG and DB. In 2019, NDB Bank have sought to improve their SDG reporting by demonstrating relevance in both business line reviews and capital reports, disclosure of both positive and negative impacts on the SDGs, classification of SDGs into three categories based on relevance and application to the group, preservation of the Mineria National Park in partnership with the Department of Wildlife. To achieve SDG goals, following projects are done by NDB Bank.
As a conclusion, both banks' sustainability agenda continues to be guided by the bank's sustainability policy, which provides clear guidance on the bank's sustainability philosophy, strategy, and objectives. The National Development Bank directly and indirectly contributes towards Sri Lanka's progress of 12 of the 17 SDGs in 2019. In 2017 to 2019, Nations Trust Bank directly contributes towards Sri Lanka's progress of 9 of the 17 SDGs. When we were moving to the approach to reporting, NDB have continued the integrated reporting approach to annual report, which commenced in 2013. And NDB Bank is an early adopter of the new GRI reporting methodology of GRI standards, having adopted the guidelines in 2016 annual report. Approach to sustainability reporting, Nations Trust Bank uses Global Reporting Initiative standards to their sustainability reporting, as well as the established board-approved policy framework. The bank's annual report conforms to the GRI guidelines on sustainability reporting. So these two banks maintaining their sustainability reporting under correctly within the guidelines. NDB Bank had a dedicated sustainability manager responsible for ensuring that the policy is implemented across the organization. The board is collectively responsible for creating and delivering sustainable shareholder value. In TB Bank, they have established a separate committee to CSR activities under a separate director. They are planning CSR activities. The director boards allocate 1% from company's profit after tax. They use it for functioning CSR and sustainable activities for internal and external parties. Is there an external assurance on sustainable reporting? Yes, of course. The independent assurance report on the sustainable reporting criteria presented in integrated annual reports of both NDB and NTB done by independent external auditor Ernst & Young Chartered Accountants. Finally, we can examine these two banks are contributing to the sustainable development in Sri Lanka on their business activities. Banking sector was doing major part directly in economic sector. Also, these banks expanding their strategies to environmental as well as social sectors to save the world for future generations while satisfying needs of present generation.